Welcome to this in-depth exploration of the history of civil rights activism. In the next 6 minutes, we'll journey through pivotal moments and movements that have shaped the fight for equality. Before we delve into the history, let's establish a clear understanding of what civil rights are and why they are so fundamentally important to any just society. Our journey begins in early America, a period marked by profound injustices and the nascent stirrings of organized resistance against oppression, long before the Civil War. The abolitionist movement was a powerful force, driven by dedicated individuals who tirelessly fought to end slavery. Figures like Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman led courageous efforts to liberate enslaved people and advocate for their freedom. Simultaneously, the women's suffrage movement began to gain momentum, with pioneering women like Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton championing the right for women to vote. Their early efforts laid the groundwork for future generations. Following the Civil War, the nation entered the Reconstruction era, a period fraught with both hope and despair, ultimately leading to the oppressive system of Jim Crow. Reconstruction promised newfound freedom and rights for African Americans, but these promises were largely undermined by systemic resistance and the reestablishment of white supremacy in the South. This era saw the rise of Jim Crow laws, which enforced racial segregation and disenfranchisement across the southern states, creating a deeply discriminatory society. In response to these injustices, early civil rights organizations like the NAACP emerged, committed to challenging segregation through legal means and advocating for racial equality. The mid-20th century ignited what we know as the modern civil rights movement, a transformative period of direct action, legal battles, and profound social change. A landmark victory came with Brown versus Board of Education in 1954, a Supreme Court decision that declared state-sponsored segregation in public schools unconstitutional, sparking widespread desegregation efforts. This movement was galvanized by iconic figures like Martin Luther King Jr., whose philosophy of nonviolent resistance inspired millions, and Rosa Parks, whose courageous act on a bus sparked a pivotal boycott. Major events like the Montgomery bus boycott, which lasted over a year, and the powerful March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, where MLK delivered his "I Have a Dream" speech, captured the nation's attention. These efforts culminated in landmark legislation, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which protected the right to vote for all citizens. The struggle for civil rights didn't end with race and gender. The framework of equal rights has since expanded to encompass a broader spectrum of communities and identities. The disability rights movement emerged to advocate for the rights and inclusion of individuals with disabilities, challenging discrimination, and fighting for accessibility and equal opportunities. The LGBTQ+ rights movement has tirelessly fought for equality, acceptance, and protection from discrimination for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer individuals, achieving significant milestones in recent decades. Even today, the fight for civil rights is far from over. New challenges and ongoing struggles demand continued vigilance and advocacy. We still face significant issues like systemic racism, evident in areas like housing and employment, ongoing police brutality, and persistent efforts to suppress voting rights, particularly for marginalized communities. In response, new forms of activism and advocacy are constantly emerging, leveraging technology and community organizing to push for justice and reform in innovative ways. The history of civil rights activism is a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of collective action, and the unwavering belief in the inherent dignity and equality of all people. Its legacy continues to inspire and guide efforts towards a more just and equitable world for everyone.